That brings me to number 4. As more churches existed, don't forget all what we have said from 1 to 3 was based on one church, Jerusalem. But after the dispersion, as more churches began to emerge beyond that one church in Jerusalem, the leadership was now composed in Antioch of prophets and teachers. As more churches spread, particularly into the Gentile areas, the leadership were essentially elders. So we now begin to see a trend. Number 5, towards the end of the early church era, the leadership of the local church was now essentially composed of elders and deacons, or bishops and deacons, because an elder is basically a bishop who is also an overseer. So some of these names are used interchangeably. For example, in Philippians chapter 1, verse 1, Paul and Timothy, bond servants of Jesus Christ, to all the saints in Christ Jesus who are in Philippi, with the bishops and deacons. So in writing the letter to the Philippians, he stated specifically the leaders also as being part of the people that he was writing to. These were bishops and deacons. When you look at that, you will see that there were many bishops and many deacons in that one church in Philippi, which means that the leadership in the local church was also a plurality, but they would naturally have had one elder who would be preeminent amongst all the elders. Brings me to number 6. The apostles did not run any local churches. They did not run anyone. However, they appointed leaders for each local church. So they didn't run a church, but they appointed leaders to run those churches. And then they went back to wherever their bases were, and from time to time they would leave their bases and go ahead and do other things. When they returned to their bases, they were not running those bases. They were just there as part of the church leadership, but were not in charge of the local churches.